This ain't a fucking hobby. I don't know who the
Good evening, everyone. Welcome once again to Vicious Rants. And of course, I am your host, your YouTube Messiah, Vicious. And we are going to go raw to us in Tampa, Florida. I gotta tell you, this was a really damn good show tonight. I really liked it. But before we go over that, just like always, we're gonna switch gears and talk about last week via the Smackdown Rewind and the big highlights from last week's Smackdown. Well, it started out with, well, they showed a little replay from the week prior, and then they went into the show, but the first match of the night, it's what kicked off after the pyro and all. It was the U.S. title invitational where the winner of this match is going to go against Santos Escobar this Friday coming up, and then the winner of that is going to go against Austin Theory at SummerSlam. I hope y'all are keeping up. This is real easy for me to follow, but for some it might not be. So, the contenders were Rey Mysterio, Sheamus, Cameron Grimes, and L.A. Knight. Yeah! Dummy, yeah, let me talk to you. And I gotta tell you, this was a really good match. I really loved it. I thought it was great. It was really good. I was impressed, thoroughly enjoyed, well entertained, and match came to an end. Much to my surprise, the winner was Rey Mysterio. So this Friday coming up, we're going to have Santos Escobar going against Rey Mysterio, and I know in some people's mind they're probably thinking, well, that's it. They're done with the LWO. They're going to have them break up now. They're going to do infighting, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. Dude, shut up. Because, no. That's not what I see. You know what I see? I see opportunity for fans that have been wanting this since Lucha Underground. King Cuerno versus Rey Mysterio. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I'm one of those fans. And also, mentor versus student. Heaven forbid, because it's not like at any point in time, the student wants to try and show the master how good they are. And, heaven forbid also, friends can't have matches with each other. Sometimes, case in point, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, before WWE. In fact, one time Kevin Owens even said in a promo, back when he was a bad guy and Sami was a good guy. He said at one point, I've been beating up Sami Zayn for X amount of years. Hinting at during their times in the Indies, because heaven forbid, again, people that have known each other for years, people that have been friends for years, they have matches with each other. Shocking, I know. Next up, we had Charlotte versus Io and Charlotte Flair versus Io Sky. And oh my God. Oh, did this go? This was good. I really liked it. I liked this match a lot. It was really damn good. I don't typically do the whole fight forever kind of stuff, but the way it was going, I was like, my God, this is so good. I almost don't want to finish. I just want to see these two go. Whoa. It was like that. I was like that watching it. Charlotte got the win, natural selection, and then afterwards, Asuka came out of nowhere, did a sneak attack, and then got the hell out of Dodge. Also, they officially announced what I was predicting all this time. Oh, well, not predicting, wrong choice of words. I'll say that. I'll correct myself in a minute. What I said would happen, Charlotte versus Bianca versus Asuka, triple threat for the women's title at SummerSlam. And for those that are saying, oh, well, it's easily predictable, it's cheap story, blah, 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 blah. No. Listen. While there are cheap stories, and very much so, you could see the writing on the wall on a lot of things, here's also the fact. You watch enough of a show any kind of show, whether it's wrestling or a comedy show or a drama show or just any kind of form of televised entertainment. You know, you wind up picking up on the small little mannerisms, consciously or subconsciously, where you could see certain things like, well, they're building up to this. They're going to build up to this story, you know? Things like that. Or, well, it looks like they're going to lead to that. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing more. It's not like it was a big, you know, they were trying to keep it a secret and build up anticipation until they could officially say it or nothing. Like, just... Next up, we had Austin Theory going against Santos Escobar, and this happened because of some backstage chatter that happened back and forth between Theory and Santos. Escobar got the win, much to everyone's surprise, and a lot of people were speculating, well, I guess that means Rey Mysterio is winning next week. So, if Rey wins, okay, great. If Santos wins, also, okay, great. It doesn't matter because you know why? One of two guys is going to have, one of two really good wrestlers is going to work with Austin Theory, who, even though a lot of us may not like him, he's still a hell of a worker and can go. So yeah, you're going to have one of two good wrestlers go against another good wrestler. So, good. We had Dominik Mysterio having a match against Butch, and well, this came to be because on Tuesday, excuse me, on Tuesday, Dominik Mysterio had a match against Wesley in NXT for Wesley's North American Championship, and lo and behold, Dominik won. So Dominik is the first member of the Guerrero bloodline to actually win NXT Gold. And notice on how I say the Guerrero bloodline, because Eddie's daughter did not win NXT Gold while she was there. Now, while Aiden English is technically part of the Guerrero family because he's married to one of Eddie's daughters, that does not mean he's the Guerrero by blood. What I'm talking about is what we all know. Eddie is Dominik's poppy. So yeah. He won the gold. He's the first Guerrero to win NXT Championship Gold. Congrats to you, kid. He was backstage because they were in Orlando, home of the Performance Center and NXT. So that's why he was there. And then he was cutting a promo. Butch came over, interjected. Dominik was like, oh, this is NXT Championship. We're on SmackDown. I can't do something like that. Shawn Michaels came over and said, actually, you can. I can authorize that. Let me just go talk to Pierce to make it official. So, yeah. Then that happened. Really good match. I liked it. Dominik got the win, much to no surprise. And, yeah. Then the closing part of SmackDown was that easy for me to say, was that Jay and Roman came and sat down face to face to discuss rules of engagement for their match, and Jay pretty much, they looked at each other. Roman, we really doing this? Yeah, we're really doing this. All right. So then they squawk back and forth a little bit at each other, and then Jay just pretty much says, "This is tribal combat. Anything goes. I can do whatever I want." Roman just like, Did the elders know about this? This was your idea. So then Roman gets up, takes the title off, puts it on the table. And then Jay just looks at him. Tribal combat. And Roman, hesitant, takes off the lei that he's got around him, puts it on top, lays it on top of the title. So what that's pretty much saying is Roman's right to be the tribal chief, if you will. So then after that's all done, then Solo pops over, gets Jay, sizes up for a spike, gets ready to deliver, and Roman stops him and just Roman just kind of gives him a look. Doesn't say it, but body language from what I interpreted, which doesn't mean much, but from what I interpreted, gave a look like, no, no, no. I don't want you to do that. I want him at his best when I beat him. He had that kind of a look on him. Maybe I'm overreading it. Maybe I'm underreading it. It's just me. But either way, did that, and then Jay, boom, popped the kick on the solo, and then, yeah, bing, bang, boom, show's over. So with that said, let's get into this week's show. Raw, Tampa, let's start. It starts off with the Judgment Day. Coming out in the ring, we got Finn, we got Damian, we got Rhea, and they introduce your new North American champion, Dominik Mysterio, who comes down and is oh so happy to be champion. And it cracked me up because some people were putting out there on Twitter, oh, I can't believe they're doing all this just to introduce Dominik because he's just going to get booed to the point we can't hear him. So let me get this straight, kid. You're telling me you can't believe that on a scripted entertainment show, they're building anticipation for a villainous character to be seen, so that way the live audience that's watching said show could then express their distaste for said villain. Son, you must be a special kind of stupid. Yeah. So Dominik comes out. Then, lo and behold, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn come out. And they're pretty much like, no, we don't want to hear Dominik. Kev, what do you think? What do I think? What I think? And then Kevin Owens just goes off. Like, you'd have thought, like, after he was done, he needed some blood pressure medication and, like, a set of headphones and listening to, like, whale noises to help calm him down. Excuse me. And then Sami then says, well, tell you what, Dominik, since you say you're a fighting champion, how about you go against one half of the undisputed tag team champions? You're on. Okay, but it's only fair. Last week, you griped at us for not defending our championship. So they make it a title match. And we'll get to that in a minute. Now let's get into the first match of the night. The MILF, I mean man, Becky Lynch, going against Zoey Stark. Bit sweaty. Becky, Zoey, Trish, all around at the same time. Good thing I took my heart pills. Yeah, so Becky, she was leading right from the start. Zoey started the lead right into the break. It was a good match. Becky, she was leading in the pace. Post-break, a lot of good solid back and forth. You know, with a lot of good solid back and forth near the end of the match. I really dug it. I thought it was a good opener. Match came to an end when Zoey, she went to go for her springboard off the rope. She did, then Becky catches her. Boom, pops her with a manhandle slam. 1, 2, 3. So your winner is Becky Lynch. Now, I should emphasize that if the stipulations in regards to this match were if Becky won, she could get a match at Trish at a later date, which, much to no surprise, is going to be SummerSlam. Again, you see where the story's going. And on Trish's side, if Becky lost, she had to get "Thank You Trish" tattooed on her chest, which, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had mixed emotions on who I wanted to see win that match. Yeah. So now we come to the Judgment Day match. It is Sami Zayn going against Dominik Mysterio, and Dom only has Rhea and Damian out with him, so because Finn, he's got a contract signing he's attending to later in the night, which we'll get to. Sami, he's leading. It's a good match, so it's Sami leading right into the break. Then we see post-break, Judgment Day and Kevin Owens both kicked out from ringside, and then Dom starts to lead And then Dom, he starts to lead into the post. You know, so it was a good match. I liked it. I thought it was good. Match came to an end when Sami was just about to close it. He was getting things sized up. And then Judgment Day came out. And Judgment Day came out of the entranceway, dragging and tossing Kevin Owens out, which stopped Sami in his tracks like, what's going on? What's going on? What did they do? What are you guys doing? What'd you do to Kevin? And then Dom, boom, surprise roll up 1, 2, 3. Dom got the win, grabbed his belt, and then got out of town. Next up, we got Bronson Reed versus Tommaso Ciampa, and good God Almighty, this was some serious physicality. Really physical right at the start. Ciampa took down Reed. Ciampa went after Reed before the break. Let me rephrase that. Reed was powering Ciampa, and Ciampa knocked him down, leading into the commercial break. I'm sorry, I phrased that wrong. And post-break, really extremely physical. Like, before the commercial break, you could see and hear Ciampa, boom, putting out Gunther like chops onto Reed's chest. Post-break, you could see the welts start to build up on his chest, like, ow, dude! It was just, wow. And at one point, Ciampa got a pump knee in, and then deadlift on his shoulders, scooped up Reed, and then boom, dropped him. Like, that is one strong dude I don't want to mess with. Because, yeah, Ciampa just did that, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to mess with that dude. Because, yeah. Now, at one point, Matt, on how the match came to an end, as Ciampa was building up momentum, Nakamura came down because, well, earlier, before the match, Ciampa wound up saying to him, listen, things got heated, and I'm willing to chalk up last week being heat of the moment. That's it. Nothing personal. But I'm telling you now, stay out of my business, otherwise you are going to get in my way. Otherwise you will get caught in my crosshairs. Now, I'm paraphrasing that, mind you. So Nakamura, he walks down, just ever so calm, like Nakamura would be. And then Ciampa like, what? And then Reed capitalizes on it, boom, bulldozes through Ciampa, and then goes, slams him, hits a tsunami, 1, 2, 3, that's it. Next up, we were supposed to have Liv versus Rhea Ripley, but as Liv's coming down, la 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 la, skip along, happy little preppy girl, boom, gets the shit snip beat out of her by Rhea out of nowhere, and then Rhea bashes her shoulder, smashes a chair over her shoulder twice to the point Liv is just like, I can't feel it, I can't feel my arm, And then when they show her in the back with the trainer saying, I'm gonna realign your arm, okay? And then they go to just try and move it a little bit like that, and she's like, ow, and just screaming like an agonizing pain, like it hurts. Like, yeah, that was damn good. So next up, we got Damian Priest versus Apollo Crews, and this came to be because of a backstage quarrel between the two, them two flapping each other gums at each other. So yeah, Priest, he sidekicked Crews right at the start and then it led into some good back and forth. It was a short little match, but it was like a let me up kind of match, and it was good. I liked it. It was a good match to as a good welcome back to Monday Night Raw match for Crews. Priest got the win with the South of Heaven, and then the 1, 2, 3. So yeah. Then we come to the last match of the night. Notice I said last match, not main event. So it was Ludwig Keiser versus Drew McIntyre, and this came to be because Imperium came out to address Drew McIntyre, and Drew came out. So Gunther, you called me out last week when I wasn't here. I'm here now. I want a shot at that Intercontinental Championship. Now, last time we went at each other, me and Sheamus, we drug each other through hell. And you came in and scooped up the win. And I don't blame you. I would have done the same if I was in your shoes. But now, one-on-one, I want you. Plain and simple. Gunther then wound up saying, Drew, no. You do not deserve a shot at me. You don't deserve a shot at this Intercontinental Championship. I brought prestige back to the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. This, that, and the other. I'm the best. I'm a greater wrestler than you. This, that, and the other. Blah, 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 blah. And then Drew starts getting into his face. And then Ludwig Keiser jumps in. Enough! You do not get to talk to the ring general like that. And then Drew's like, I like you. I do. You're spry. You got a good look on you. Oh, I could see you leading Imperium. Just egging them on. How dare you? Well, if you have a problem, why don't we settle this? You're dressed to go. I'm dressed to go. All we need is a referee. So now we get to the match. Drew, he's leading at the start. Keiser starts to lead into the break, as well as in post. It was a lot of good action. I liked it. And McIntyre, he got the win, much to no surprise. Keiser, he was building a bit of a comeback, and then McIntyre, boom, Claymore out of nowhere. After the match, though, there was a post-match fight. Imperium was getting ready to do a gang-up onto Drew, and then Matt Riddle came out of nowhere, saved the day, and then McIntyre started beating the crap out of him, and then McIntyre started beating the crap out of Gunther, and then powerbombed him, boom, right through the table, and like, whoa, okay. So again, them two are gonna wind up putting on a fucking 20-star match at SummerSlam. You can count on that. I feel sorry for whoever has to follow their match. So now we come to the closing moment of Raw. Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, contract signing for their World Heavyweight Championship match at SummerSlam. Finn's already in the ring with the contract and the table there. Excuse me. Now, this would be the part normally where Adam Pearce is here. But given everything that's going on tonight, Pearce can't make it, but I'm sure Seth can be professional. I know I'll be. So Seth, come on down. Seth Rollins comes down looking as only Seth Rollins can in a white satin suit, or not white silk suit. And then, yeah. Then they go back and forth for a minute, and then talking about Seth talking about on how if you think you're walking out of this SummerSlam as champ, think again, and if you do, your reign is going to be shorter than it was with the Universal title. And then you have any idea what it's like dealing with that taste, that loss for 7 years? It's a lot like an itch. An itch you just can't scratch, digging and clawing at you. And as he's going on about this, Judgment Day starts coming out through different areas. Rhea from the walkway, Priest from one side through the fans, and Dom through the other. And then they all corner the ring. It's like an itch. A 7-year itch. And when I beat you at SummerSlam, I'm going to make you my 7-year bitch. And then Seth flips the table onto Priest, takes a swing at Finn, throws a shot at Dom, starts trying to handle himself, doesn't hold out very well, and then the numbers game start working on him. And then Sami Zayn comes out with a chair, takes out Judgment Day, and the show ends with the faces standing tall in the ring while the heels are licking their wounds, walking away. So, yeah. All in all, I gotta say, I really dug this show. I thought it was really well done. So, but that's it. That is it for this week's show, folks. So please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the episodes when you can. Look for me on the Twitter or X or whatever God's good name it's being called now, at Tim Vicious. Also on that Threads John as Tim Vicious as well. Try and put out there some more stuff on there whenever I can. Thank you to my executive producer, Ollie Ray Ben, who did provide the music for this week's show. Make sure y'all check it out on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, all that good shit. Details are down below. Also, thank you to contributor of the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. A little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. LFC is on Tubi now, so you've got no excuse to not see it. It is free. You can't get any cheaper than that. Also, thank you to... Also, folks, make sure you check out whatamaneuver.net for some Vinci apparel. Help support the show. And don't forget to follow these cool ass cats on the Twitter. Kenny Killer, DSB_B. Diabolical Art and Sergeant Curry Pants and Dubs in your face, and folks. Like I always tell y'all, you love me great, you hate me.
Won't get the final picture till you outline drawn it, y'all. I walk it how I talk it, about it,